Should I buy a home with an HOA? An HOA is a resident-run private organisation that governs a neighbourhood, primarily to set up and enforce a set of rules aimed at keeping the neighbourhood's appearance consistent. The HOA also provides upkeep for the common areas and in many cases for the actual surrounds and yards of the individual homes themselves. Because every HOA is set up slightly different, it's hard to determine whether an HOA is universally helpful or a hindrance. Additionally, the impact of the HOA on your bottom line can differ based on the deal at hand. So before buying, renting or investing in a community where they've got HOA jurisdiction, I strongly advise you to check on what those impacts are that may affect your specific property. This is Kiwi the Coast, your luxury real estate specialist, helping you maximize and sell the value of your coastal home. So let's dive in on the subject. So con number one, the monthly HOA fee. HOA fees can vary from a few $100s to many thousand per month, depending on the type of development where your home is. The average cost HOAs is $300 or more a month, although in some states they can be a lot higher. But HOA fees are not static. They're a bit like property taxes. They can go up every year and are dependent upon the needs of the association. After you reach a purchase agreement with a seller, you want to make certain that you get a chance to review the HOA documents, including all the financial documents and board meeting minutes. This is to learn all the details about the association finances, such as, the first one is, how much does the association have in reserve? And this can help you determine whether the association has enough for planned repairs as well as unplanned ones. And this is without having to do special assessments or to raise those dues. The next one is the HOA facing any legal trouble? Check the meeting minutes, that'll help you there. They must disclose if there's any active lawsuits. Third item is, how frequently has the association raised rates in the last few years? The final one is, has that association made any special assessments on homeowners in addition to the regular HOA fees? Con number two is the CC&Rs, and this stands for covenants, conditions and restrictions. So in addition to checking the financial details of the association, make sure that you're comfortable with the CC&Rs, because this is what you're going to have to comply with when you own a property within this association. Now, regulations could cover the exterior of your home. For example, paint colors and palettes, the roof type of gates and entry, garage doors and so on, lighting if it's exposed to the street. And if the HOA doesn't take care of your front lawn, if you have one, there might be restrictions as to the type of plant matter and trees that you can install. Vehicles, there may be rules about street parking, number of vehicles that you can have at the home. Can you park in the driveway, or must you park all your vehicles in the garage? Pets, maybe restriction on the size and type of pets that you can accommodate within the residence. And what about those rentals? There's a lot of vacation rentals out there at the moment. So what restrictions is your HOA putting on your ability to rent or lease your property out? Can you do short term? Is it going to be allowed? Or are rentals allowed at all? Con number three is conflict management. As in any community, there's always going to be disagreements that arise in a particular planned development. And sometimes this is over residents bending or trying to break the rules. So before you buy, find out how those rules are set and enforced and what penalties are imposed against the rule breakers. Sanctions can be strict. Some HOAs, this can include fines, lawsuits being filed, or in many cases, liens being placed against your property. Pay particular attention whether your HOA can foreclose on you for non-payment of HOA dues or for non-payment of fees for those violations. And ask about the process for resolving conflicts, as well as how does an HOA manage doing additions or amendments to those CC&Rs and rules. So before you buy, make sure you ask for a list of current lawsuits, if any, or any other conflicts that may have occurred in association. Because guess what? If there's active lawsuits, this can affect your ability to finance that purchase. So let's look at the pros now, because pro number one is the consistency of a neighborhood helps property values. So if you look at a well-run neighborhood, it's likely to stay that way for years to come. So a well-run HOA will ensure that the common areas and homes are well kept, and this should preserve those property values and, most important, quality of life for years to come. It's also important to bear in mind that single family homes within HOAs typically sell for 4% more than a home that's not in the HOA, and this is according to data from University of California, Irvine. Pro number 2 is you can avoid the maintenance. Look, if you're not a fan of mowing your lawn, keeping up your yard, and in some cases shoveling the snow, then an HOA may just be for you. So add up the money and time in keeping up a yard and you might just find that an HOA pays for itself. According to First Service Residential, a Florida-based property management company, an association can also include these following items: heating and air conditioning systems, electrical, plumbing, elevators and security systems, repairing roads, roofs, walls and other structural components, especially in condo projects, trash pickup, it's another one, snow removal, not too much here in California, cleaning and painting building exteriors, painting and cleaning common areas, including walls and floors. Pro number 3 is typically more amenities. If you want to live in a neighborhood with exclusive access to pools and fitness centers, or want to live in a gated community, you might welcome the fees and rules associated with an HOA. And if you like recreation and social options, then an HOA could be a plus for your lifestyle. Some HOAs host social gatherings such as pool parties, social get-togethers, bingo nights, even yard sales. So if you've never lived in an HOA neighborhood before, but you're considering buying in one, it's very important to give yourself enough time to review the HOA rules, the financial records, and the meeting notes so that you can see if any of those issues can affect you. And remember too, a well-run HOA can maintain and increase those property values for you. Hey, I hope you found all that information valuable, and we'll see you on the next video. Varum.